Hello, welcome back to Alan Wake's Wonderful Adventures into Hell. That's not what the game's called, it's just called Alan Wake. But yeah, welcome back. Um, so we last episode. Oh, well, actually, I don't need to do a recap because the game does a recap for me. So we'll just get straight into it.
Previously on
As
Alan
long as
Wake,
it's remembered, man.
I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously
Oh, yeah,
telling
it's
me
like
that writer
Neo
just took
moment.
out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story.
He says it's
I was
turning
told
into
that
a
Alice
horror
had been
story, but
kidnapped,
it was kind of always
but
a
that was
horror
a lie.
story.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
I guess part was like a mystery. Someone rescued him from the lake. You might have recognized who it was. If you didn't, you will now.
Shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice. There you go, Alan. Hartman. I fell.
I
Yeah.
had to give you a sedative.
I remembered
Don't
this
fight.
twist.
You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you lie.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
So the fact there's an Alan Wake 2 lets you know that that's not true. Obviously, you know, back when this game came out, that was theoretically possible. You still didn't believe him, but it was theoretically possible that was what he just said was true.
groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb.
Oh,
I felt
whoa.
like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think.
Look at how
couldn't
blurred the sides
focus.
of the screens are. That's a cool effect. Everything's like really...
The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Yeah, the fact that there's an Alan Wake 2 makes sure that's not true. And also, like, thingy exists. What's his face? Barry. Just punch him.
Good evening, Alan.
Punch him in the face.
Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't
Oh, they
suspicious
still
of me.
got the
I don't
like
blame you
nose
for it.
thing.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
I wish that it was less
This corridor
obvious
is
that
for
this
patients.
wasn't true.
Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are.
There's an Xbox
particularly
360 and a copy of
vulnerable, course.
Night Springs. I forgot this was in here. I assume this is an actual map of the area if you were to look. It's like shining the light on the monster. Oh wait, is this the route that like I went? It is. This must be like a. Oh, I see. I didn't notice this as a youth. That's actually hilarious. This is like I assume meant to be the room of the person that made like Alan Wake. So it's for Night Springs, a video game by Remedy, and Death Rally, which is like that other game they make. I don't remember what it's called. But then yeah, there's copy of Night Springs and an Xbox. But also like this must have been one of their like concept drawings for the game, and then this is like the world map. So I'm guessing each of those sections is where you go through in each of the missions. Yeah, you start like see that like house there. Is that meant to be Cauldron Lake? And then you need to get to the lighthouse. If that is, that's really cool. I'd never noticed that. Oh, well, I said never noticed that. I've only played this game once. I didn't notice it when I was a kid.
encourage creativity as
I
a
wonder if
part of the
Emerson is
recovery
someone that
process
like
here
made
at Cauldron
this
Lake
game.
Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together.
They don't have any paintings.
This way, Alan.
Anderson. Hello, Mr. Anderson. Oh, they've got like a North shield up. There! Somebody's foot. It is. Ooh, look at that. That's a neat picture, isn't it?
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you.
He's not wrong.
Your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't
really
ready for
like
another
this.
shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
I really like
it's all
this.
in your head.
Because
You've
it's
been
like,
making it up.
it's obviously not.
Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained
It does make a lot more sense. He's not wrong. It makes a hell of a lot more sense that that would be what has happened, not what Alan thought happened. That tree's wigging out. Cauldron Lake.
Never get tired of this view.
Would make sense if he'd had a
Very
nightmare about Cauldron
inspiring,
Lake, if
isn't
he
it?
can see it
Cauldron
from
Lake
his
spread
room.
below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way.
One thing I
follow
don't
me.
remember is if he's like working with the
Alan,
the
what I'm
woman
telling
in
you is
black,
good news.
like the darkness.
Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession.
Cauldron Lake
Imagination is
Lodge
what you work
in
with. After all
Tenbrus
your
Cadera.
nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him
After
talk.
all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I
I
can't
dug my
do it
nails
by
into the palms of my
myself.
hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work
See,
with
the
me.
fact that he
Once
doesn't
you
do that,
accept
there's no like
that,
animation
we
of
can
him
begin
doing
the
that,
journey
is a bit
towards your
annoying.
recovery.
That'd been a nice little touch, as if he actually had his like hands clenched. You put the lime in the coconut, I drink 'em both up.
Come along. Let's go inside. Now here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Hunting,
Pretty
you
damn
say?
wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, Alan loves the great outdoors. He nearly died out there like 3 times.
Scary, scary, scary.
This guy's got like a weird little thing on his.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
But he said Emerson.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake
Emerson
is
was the
confused
name of
enough as
the
it
guy in
is.
the Xbox
Yeah,
game
you'd like
thing.
me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay, okay. Sorry. Boo.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress.
I wonder if that
with
was
him, I'm
actually
happy to
recorded
say.
by a member
He
of the
works
dev
on
team.
video
Elbow
games.
strike.
It's
Hoo-yah.
trash, of course, but it does involve
Get
some
'em to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
I can't believe a video game developer wrote that line into a game. He works on video games. It's trash, of course, but there is some artistic merit. This game was written like what? Did I say 15 years ago in the first episode?
Alan, please, this way.
I do like how everything's laid out. Like there's like the generator with the light there, as though like, oh, that's what he's like remembering when he remembers stuff. There's a QR code there. Apparently, if you scan those, it's got stuff about Alan Wake 2 in it.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Bird. Wee. Got 2 coffee thermos. Still wish there was something you got.
Come, Alan, this way. Now,
He should
you
mention
might have
you
noticed
steal
the
my coffee
typewriter in
thermos.
your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Hello.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now
This is
I've been
terrifying.
doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
You're also quite German.
Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. It's almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Oh, that's foreboding, isn't it? Don't mind me, I'm just, like, going around the area. Wee. We're not gonna read all that. There's a lot of text to
My
World Build
roaches are
bullshit.
killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a
There's the
storm.
hammer. Remember one of
I
the
hope it wipes this
things we
place
got
off
like
the face of the earth.
we had like a message about him
And
hitting someone with a
these
hammer.
two are the
That was the hammer.
Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had a, how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia.
Hey,
They're well
that's
cared
not-
for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done.
There's so many of
I'm
these adverts for
afraid
his
that
book
the rock and
around
roll
here, but it doesn't even really make
lifestyle
sense.
has left its mark.
If everyone in
Oh,
here
that
is
will
a...
do.
Oh,
I'm so sorry to cut this short. For now, Alan, the power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
yeah, maybe don't do that.
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not,
not
crazy
crazy
enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Yeah, he has got a point.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't
Tom
we, bro?
Zane.
He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
What is it? Is it a page of his manuscript?
Zane could feel the poems
Oh.
taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words. My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Sadly, no.
Yeah, no.
We
Sorry,
have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows.
Oh, I wondered
That's
if anyone in
not
the
very
game was going to
rock and
mention that.
roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Oh, there's a glowy.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and
lamp lady.
wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other rider.
A bad dream, and you can't wake up. You
Thought this
can't
was something
have
on its
a
side,
nightmare
but it.
because
Oh, this one
all
is.
Dreams are only
We're,
imagination.
we're not gonna listen
They're
to
only
this
in
guy.
your head, and they're not.
This guy's just quite crazy.
Yeah, good thing he's not overreacting or anything.
Well, he's the boss.
I may need a
The
hand
doors
here
were
later
locked.
on, Birch. The
Hartman
storm's
and the
bound to
nurses
make
would
you
have
know who
keys,
jumpy.
but
You
there
know
was
how they
no
go.
way to get my
Gotcha.
hands on them.
Doc's got me looking after Wake here, but holler if they get too rowdy.
I'll do that, Birch.
Something's wrong.
Oh yeah, I guess storms
not
would
myself.
make people that had
It's
like
hard to
thorns.
think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always
Ugh.
dark outside. My editor
I wonder
is
if the
reading.
guy that played Alan
saw her
Wake
again.
has done
She's not
anything
human.
since.
It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be.
That's wild.
I think I've made a
If that's
horrible
not a-
mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
That was cool. Yeah, I kind of hope that like at some point.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room.
Who said that? So yeah, Emerson's the video game dude. Wake. Oh, we left through this door. I went round. Interesting. The guy said he'd drawn pictures of me, but I don't know who that was that said that. Oh, he's not actually gonna try right, is he? Why is he gonna
The
try
glare
right?
of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
His arm is clipping through the table.
Everybody, calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I wonder if these guys are in on it.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer?
I don't know.
Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, wench.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brother.
Afraid of the crazy.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. but he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Yeah, see.
Not so weak now.
They're willing to let you
are we?
believe that he might be telling the truth for like
Things
just
are unraveling fast, aren't
just
they?
long enough. And then it's like, oh yeah, no, Barry tried to come and they kicked him out.
It's my store. I'm taking it.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming.
I mean,
I could get the key to the office wing from Sinclair.
I mean, that's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is she works here.
Rise up in their name. The backstage is all yours, Tom.
I had to get to
Seize
Hartman's
your
office.
destiny.
He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's
I
where
open
he'd
all
been
the
keeping
doors.
them.
Come out and face the music, Birch. It's time to
Can't open all the doors, okay. Good to know.
Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled adult diapered asses once, since you're so tough.
He has got a point, he did.
Arthur, do you hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass to shreds! Seriously! Do you have any idea?
The markings on the tape said they were
Whoa.
recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Now, Mrs. Wake.
Yeah,
can you
look at
tell
all
me
these,
about
like,
Alan's
cool. He said he was drawing.
More and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent. He's...
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes...
That's fucked up. Whoa, that's sick. That art's really cool. I guess that's meant to be Alan.
Doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs.
Map
Wake.
of Bright
What
Falls.
would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know.
Wolf.
I want to say, I
And then
look at you,
the shadow
and it's not
monsters.
you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
I don't know what that one is.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems. Always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him. And we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy
Yeah,
and
it's,
sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Oh. I'm gonna play it again while
Rudolph Lane's case is interesting.
Oh.
He was completely blocked, and frankly, I was about to discard him as useless. However, once Wake arrived and started writing,
Who's Rudolph?
something
Oh,
changed
this guy.
in Rudolph. He's producing extraordinary work, increasingly dark pieces.
These are really
Unfortunately, he doesn't
cool pieces
respond
of
to direction at all, and it's my belief that he's not so much a creator as an illustrator, perhaps, a recorder of sorts. I hadn't considered the existence of such a role.
So I feel like Hartman's like is in on the whole
but
darkness thing, right?
are informative. At least he's easily controlled and useful. I wish I could say the same about Wake. It's frustrating that the best subjects are always so damn difficult to deal with.
So he's trying to like control, and then we're on the third one.
Buying that. I was tailing Wheeler, and this is the only place he could have gone. That means Wake is probably there too.
Agent Nightingale, this is private
That's got
property,
cheap.
and I will
Oh, that's
not
gonna make a
allow you
noise,
to
isn't it?
disturb my patients.
Oh, they've added a pop-up.
Warren, how'd your fragile little patience like that?
Oh, I'm thoroughly intimidated by your mighty authority now, Agent.
Listen, you smug snob. How would you like it if I busted through this gate and knocked you around a little?
Agent Nightingale, first of all, I'm recording this conversation, so you might
Nightingale's
want
such
to
a
watch what you
dick.
say. Secondly, you're not dealing with a hick now. I know the law, and if you can get a judge to grant a warrant, I'll be glad to cooperate. But you won't get one. Be advised that any further communications with me are to be made through my lawyer.
I don't believe this.
Good day, Agent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. That's interesting. Remember at the start of the game, the very, very start, I pointed out that there was obviously something going wrong between Alice and Wake, and because Wake's the main character, you see it from his perspective, it seems like it's something it's something that the two of them have as a problem, was what I always thought. It obviously isn't. It's obviously an Alan thing. Like it's basically entirely him. He can't write, and it's like not killing him, but it's like you're making him angry and stuff.
Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure.
This was in
hard to
his
bear.
in
He
his
hadn't expected
office.
Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for, to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Oh, Mott was the dude that died, right? The guy that got pulled into the tornado. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurred out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for, to show who's in charge.
The photo on the wall caught my attention.
Oh, of course he's a hunter. That's his
outside
thing.
the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
That makes me think that they're not in
Barry?
cahoots with the.
Ow! About time!
Why was he like
Barry,
hiding behind the
man,
cutout
I'm
of
glad
Alan?
to
What's
see
why
you.
is there a cutout
We
of Alan
need to
Wake
get
here?
to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no!
Why is there a
The cops
cutout
found me
of?
at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's...
Oops, I didn't realize it would skip his thing. Hey, it's a manuscript. Or it's.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
You won't shoot him in the face if you're aiming at his
well,
chest.
It was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this.
I love how
have no
quickly he
Hartman,
changes.
shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Oh no. It's. That's a way to kill someone without shooting them in the face. Is lock them in the room with darkness. The smile. The smile. So there was a thing back in the other one where it sounded like it was Mott. Actually, back in the previous episode, there was one of these. You can't actually read old ones, can you? Oh, you can. The ransom. Where is it? Oh, which one was it? Oh, I actually don't remember.
Doc sat down
It's
heavily.
not this one.
The hunters were big, thick-set
It's
men.
not this. It's not on the ferry.
I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him.
Yeah, so this is the one we got that told you what was gonna happen when he woke up. But there's one. So it's dark now. I actually don't remember which one it is. We got one and it basically said like
Lightning flashed behind the windows of...
the thing killed him.
I lifted the page in front of my
Whoops,
eyes.
not this one.
Doc sat down heavily.
Not this one.
I tried
It's
to
not
hold
this
on
one.
to
Mott at Cauldron Lake, I think is.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental
Yes,
cabins.
right,
There had been no sign of the wakes. It was...
Puzzle baby. No, there's another one.
Even behind the closed doors, things were never as simple and real.
Wake and Barry. Wake touched by the darkness.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell.
We haven't reached this one yet.
Even after all this time, hearing the Night Springs theme caused...
Nope, not Night Springs, or him being attacked by the thing.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the...
Maybe it was longer ago.
I slammed the door shut right
Ah,
in his
this one.
face. He pleaded for me to
Like, it's
open
really
the
easy
door.
to forget
True
that this
form,
one
the asshole
existed.
Actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
Yeah, see? I remember getting this ages ago, but I didn't, like, it. You kind of forget. There we go.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat
Who's
to him.
Jack?
The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking.
Jack
something
must be
the Anderson
the
brothers
dude.
would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
Oh no, the music was rough and clanking. Does that mean he always just wanted him here? That was always his like plan.
Presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
So I remember when the game started and I got given a flashlight but no gun. We're now in the opposite situation. And it's like, oh no. This shows you how like powerless you are. Most games like do that, they give you a flashlight and no gun and they're like, ooh, scary, but then like, oh god. This game is like more terrifying when the thing they give you is...
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
This game's more scary when it just gives you a gun and no flashlight. Whoops, it's in the mash. It's so rhythmic. That's so cool, it's like an AoE light destruction effect. Where's the light? What the fuck? What the hell? Wasn't that the... Or do I need to, like, turn it on multiple times? That's a lot of darkness. Oh, did it only destroy them for like a small amount of time? I know, it looks like it just took multiple hits for some reason. I guess it's just because of how it works. It did it like the actual mechanic would do it rather than it being like a set piece. Flare! Well, I hope there wasn't something out in the corridor that I should have picked up. I was pressing LB. This is a cool set piece. Wait. That was it. That was the only flare I had. Is there gonna just be another flare on here now? Okay. I was gonna say, that means that on the harder difficulty, the darkness must just last longer. Well, that's the page I remember seeing.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Okay, so yeah, it's less of a he's working with them, and it's more of a he's worked out, like, what's going on. And he's been like, what if I help? His hand, like, twisted in a way it shouldn't have there. Is this just gonna have, like... Okay, we're not gonna watch that. I got an achievement for that. Oh, that's gonna smash through that door. I really need a flashlight. Am I supposed to, like, make it hit the window or something? Nope. Okay, it collided with the door then, but I'm guessing I need to dodge it and then mash to get the door open like I did with the other one. Nope. Maybe I am just supposed to get it to throw itself at the door. Yep, I am. Oh no, it's like stun locked me. Get outside out, Alan.
I'm here.
And he's got a flashlight and everything. What an absolute G. We not... I like the way, like, again, this is one of those, like, Alan's not a perfect dude things. There are other people in this place, and at no point has he gone, oh, I should probably help those people. Oh, he's gonna give me that, I'm not gonna have a way to get out the door, and then I have to come this way. The tensions.
But the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Barry, I don't have a light.
He literally has one there in his hand, Alan. Like, come on, man.
Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Oh god. Jesus. I still don't understand how the mechanics of the darkness work. Because, like, it seemed like, from what they were saying in previous episode, that the dark thing wanted him to, like, write more to finish his work. But then why is it constantly trying to kill him? That's the part I don't get. I don't remember if they ever, like, handle that as a plot point. That if the darkness, like, wants him to write stuff about the darkness, why is it trying to kill him? Then again, I suppose if he had to write about himself in the book. Actually, I suppose if the book he wrote had to be about him, then... yeah, that makes sense, actually. If he had to write about him for the book, then he had to write about the darkness getting stronger, like it was a horror book. So I guess he had to write about, like, the darkness attacking him, and that would be how it came true. Yep, cheers for that, Barry. That'll speed me up, telling me that there are... I wonder if they've designed this maze in the, you go left way. Oh god. Yeah, that's the thing, by the way. If you ever somehow get stuck in a maze, I mean, anyone watching this has probably heard this. you stick to the left wall. If you always stick to the left wall, you'll always get to the end of a maze. Don't trust Emil. That means it's someone. That means it's someone that's in here that's been writing these messages. Yeah, so that's how you get out of a maze if you're ever trapped in one. I guess technically you could follow the right, but people just
I
seem to.
stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening
Oh, I
boom and
remember
the
this
music
actually.
started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
I remember how, like, I'm pretty sure if I remember right, it's really cool when you reach that bit. This game's actually not a crazy bad one to have already played and replay, because, like, the game tells you about things. If anything, you're getting it kind of like how it was when Alan wrote it, right? Because he, like, is remembering things that haven't happened. But, like, because I've already played the game, I now also remember things that haven't happened that I have seen. We're gonna drop one of those in an attempt to make this as painless as possible. I dodged, but the dodge doesn't actually have any invincibility on it. Yeah, that was not the play. Are you kidding? It's all the way back here. Oh my god. Right, speed run. I don't remember if it lets me keep the... It does. If it let me keep the ship, we can speed run this. Actually, we do need to pick up stuff like this though. It was left. There's a guy behind me. But if I don't turn that way, will he be there? Okay, he is. One, two, three, four. See you later, fucker. Reload, and then keep running. Wait. Huh? Why did it let me pick that up? Oh, that must be what it does if you find a page, if you, like, replay this game, I guess. Is the page just still there? Don't know why I said that, because I knew that. Fuck it, just burn these batteries. 2, 3, 2. Oh, we managed to flashlight blind him. Sorry, that's... I have a lot of flashlight terminology I just use in video games because I play Dead by Daylight. An Alan Wake killer would be sick in Dead by Daylight, by the way. If anyone that watches this plays Dead by Daylight, an Alan Wake killer would be absolutely sick. You would have to have them be countered by flashlights. That would be a problem.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Oh, he thought he had something ready. Oh, that was why he had, like, the pat. That's why he had the light. Was to, like, keep the darkness from getting him. That's pretty smart. Hartman was pretty smart. I mean, he's dead now. Holmes wasn't smart enough. That's a lot of crows. It's a big maze. It's Hartman. Wait. Wait, dodge. The birds just tore through my health pool then. What the hell? The flare. I completely forgot I even had the flare. Yeah, I completely forgot I had the flare. The fact that you get to like kill Hartman is kind of neat. It is weird though, as like a thing to let your protagonist in a story do. Oh, look at the darkness, like, that's a really cool effect. Like, the darkness getting thingied is making it actually hard to see it. The birds hitting me hurts, but him hitting me hurts way more. This is kind of a neat boss fight, actually. This was one of the things where it was like, I remembered this game having like some degree of bosses that weren't just dudes. And I guess this was it. This was what I remember. Because combining like having to kill an enemy that's constantly coming at you with the birds. I guess if I'd come up here and taken the flare gun, it would have been way easier, but I didn't. Ah! He just bopped that. Oops. Yeah, dodge that. Boom, boom. I need to start like using the regular flashlight more. Like that. 2, 3, 4. And shoot the full shot. And bam. Didn't say if it takes me 7 shots there to kill. There's a lot of birds. Alright, one of the boss fights is just a massive, massive swarm of birds. Actually, I already fought that, didn't I, with the outside Barry's thing. I remember what like the last boss fight is. This game like obviously has a final boss fight.
Mott knew that Wake
I
was
missed
smarter
one.
than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
That's gross. Oh yeah, I just missed one. Oh, that's really annoying. I might quickly run back. Because nothing's closed, right? Yeah, we'll have a quick run back. We won't spend long doing this. This will be like if we see it quickly, we see it. I had a feeling it would be like here, right? Because we got the other one. The other one was just like round this corner. Maybe I didn't miss one. I don't quite know where I could have missed one. Yeah, the previous page was like here, right? The one about the one about the stage was like round this corner. somewhere. Yeah, it was like, oh, is it down here? Did I not? No, I came down here. In fact, I'm pretty sure there was a page here. Yeah, the page was here. The one about the thingy was here. So that means... It would be, yeah, like it'd stand out. I'd be able to see it. It wouldn't just be hidden. I like the crunching and the cracking. I actually didn't notice that with all the birds and stuff. There was a bit too much noise in that bit. This is actually more scary, being here without like all the music. Just being here in the quiet and there being just like the occasional crunch. Yeah, there being the occasional crunch is more scary than the enemies popping out and attacking. Again, it's a lot more terrifying to be fighting against something you can't see and have no way to fight than it is to be like up against something that you can see and physically fight. Or at least to me anyway. I find like a horror thing that I can like have no way of fighting. Or less no way of fighting, but more like a horror thing that, you know, isn't like directly scary. I would have thought there'd be a page here. I guess I didn't miss one. I guess there is just a page between here that for some reason, usually the pages are in order, but I guess I didn't miss one. I guess. Unless it's literally in this room and I'm an idiot. Well, I guess those two things aren't mutually exclusive. You know. God, this is a big guy. Oh, Jesus. I like that effect. The game doesn't do it much. The slowing down time and then you dodge and it goes back to normal speed effect. It's kind of cool. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. There's 3 of them. Actually, no, we're not. That was me attempting to dodge, but... You know, there's something to be said for this game having like a real feel to it, if that makes sense. We won't double barrel that guy. Yeah, as I say, I caught him with the other double barreled shell, so. Yeah, there's something to be said for this game having like a real feel where like you reload and then you can't like insta dodge. I don't know if it's a good idea, and I kind of hope that the next game like doesn't have it. Ah, I don't like this mechanic. Quote mechanic. The items throwing them at you is cool. The fact that they're like annoying to time dodging is less cool. Okay,
For
so
the moment,
sorry about
Barry
that.
was
That
just
was
glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
I was gonna question how, if we're gonna meet up with Barry, how like that's gonna work gameplay wise. I don't remember there being like an escort quest, thankfully. I could be wrong. I guess there was like that reverse escort quest in one of the earlier sections. How about a coffee thermos in a while? Wait, I think that's where I'm gonna go. It just pulled my aim then. Oh, I missed. See, I'm trying to be fancy and I'm gonna end up dead. That's what I get. That is exactly what I get for trying to be fancy. You know what? Fuck it. I wonder if they're already there. They're not. They do spawn in. Screw it. It's fun using that. Oh, there's a... Oh, that's cool. I've actually... That's cool. I don't think I ever did that when I played it the first time. I guess it makes sense. This game just has light physics. Oh, I'm kind of glad I fight it now. The fact that these, like, breathe is neat. Also, this is probably the first one I've picked up that's had, like, a shortcut back to where you'd want to be. I think. Oh, I need to switch back to pistol. Oh, there's a coffee thermos. That one's not even like a hidden collectible. I guess they're not always trying to hide shit, but it's just a bit weird that it's just like there. Another manuscript.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he'd had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
That's cool that Alan did actually punch him in the face a second time. Is this gate open?
Al! You're alive!
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry!
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so,
Hurry up.
Barry! I'll find it! Don't worry about it!
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
What the fuck? How did he get up here? I mean, I did kind of expect something like this when they gave me the comedic timing on that is questionable, Barry. I guess using things like flares defensively here is probably the best bet. Have you opened the gate yet, Barry? Oh, you have. Fucking hell. That's cool. That's cool that they still have. Why does he still have the cardboard cutout?
Now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Surely you wouldn't go there at night. Surely you'd just wait till the morning. I suppose his wife's missing and he wants to, like, save her. So I guess it makes sense. So this will be where he crashes at the end of the hill, right?
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can.
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript
for
to
their,
take
like,
over everything.
Al,
blatant
I believe you.
It happened to
explanation.
Thomas Zane before it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it. Look out!
Why does he say look out and push him? Barry's driving. He says look out and like pushes Alan, but he's the one driving.
God damn it, Al, talk to me.
I actually really like the fact that Barry's his editor, but he seems to also be his actual friend.
I had lost my gun in the crash.
Of course you
Barry
lost
was
your gun.
nowhere to be seen.
That's
Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay. Jeez, it's good to hear your voice. I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop. Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
the fucking
Forget
cut
that.
out.
Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Ah, Al, there's something moving down here.
Barry, it's a Taken! Use a flare, Barry!
You know, those flares.
Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al. I'm great. Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh? You have to find your way around to the farm, Al. I'll be waiting.
It's good that it happened that they crashed like
Barry,
next to
just
the
wait
farm.
for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now
Oh,
you're
he's there.
Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
You can see a manuscript page on it. Again, I just said, oh, it's a cool coincidence that happened, but it's not a coincidence. He wrote all this. Yeah, there's the things, but I have no way of actually getting rid of them, game. Page.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson
Who's
farm,
Walter?
Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
The movie hatch, but then he saw the man on the porch and he knew who it was, driving for his life, and he knew it was useless. He didn't. Who's he talking about? I am genuinely confused as to who he's talking about. Oh, for fuck's sake. Like, these sections are not scary. Like, you know, it's scary in the sense that all these things can kill me, but it's not scary in the sense of like, oh no, like it's just kind of, well, one, it's kind of tedious. Like if these things kill me, you know, if these things kill me, then that's kind of it. I'm dead. The fact that like touching them damages you makes it annoying, and the fact that like they just spawn into thing like that, and then you know Alan can't dodge all the time. I get that it's meant to feel oppressive. It is definitely meant to feel like, oh, ooh, oppressive.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
I was just to turn this on, which, you know, is going to require me to do something. This is caved in, there's nothing here. I wonder if there might be a thermos that I just couldn't see. I suppose they do flash, so it wouldn't be obvious. Oh, another page. Whee!
I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around
yeah,
here.
There's literally a
to power up
generator
the
there,
old light.
Wake.
Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt
I didn't want
tight
to
and
kill
dry.
Wake.
Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
I guess if he knows what the darkness is and he thinks it's Wake causing it, then that's why. Also, it's Nightingale's who it's talking about. No, Walter. Can't be Nightingale, because it said that he drove up and he saw the person stood on thing. I have no idea who Walter is.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
You have a flashlight. It's basically a weapon. Trust no one in the dark. What about Barry? Can we trust Barry? I trust Barry. Oh yeah, look, see that guy moving about. He's gremlining. Two, three. Whoa, that was cool. I just got an achievement for killing them with indirect means. I don't know if those badunk noises are going to be in the recording. If there are, I need to find a way to turn them off. Well, the new Steam update, which is, other than that, pretty cool. I don't know why after like 2 decades of achievements being in Steam games, they've decided now is the time. Now is when they need to add a funny little badung noise to achievements. There is something cool about it, like, you know, the old Xbox one. That one's iconic.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
What does that even mean, Alan? You just like said words there. It's better be a more heavy-duty flashlight. Oh, there we go. I'm holding the button down. Okay. Coffee thermos. Batteries. I guess we just keep moving. I can't really be bothered going through the thing unless I see it.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
What does he mean, see the damage? So I'm pretty sure I just got the flash there. Okay, it's fine. Fucking hell. I just thought that was like a sheer drop. Yeah, what does he mean, see the damage? Does he mean like how hurt Barry is? Also, it's very convenient that the darkness made that gate do that, because, oh god.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
Page.
I'd seen glimpses of the light before.
That's a
I'd
cool
seen it
effect.
in
I
my
kind of
dream.
wish they all fell
It was
down
a
like
strange
that.
spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
He's also the one who's been scribbling on the thing, I would assume. Again, we're missing one, but we're going to just assume that that
The
isn't an
dark
actual
presence
missing.
followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and came to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Yeah, so because obviously Wake is the protagonist of the story, he has to write a story where he is being chased. By the darkness. What happens if you step in one of these? There's a lot of bear traps. Like, I don't live in America, in the UK, but like, is there this many bear traps just in America?
The storm raged on as the
Okay, they actually made it out.
unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients.
Okay,
in
that's
tow,
good.
Knowing that this time they wouldn't return.
There is a page
The
to do with
darkness
the people in
around
the
them
clinic,
seethed with
whether or not
horrors,
they're okay.
but Thor and Odin were unafraid.
You know, seems
Their
as
eyes
Wake
glanced
didn't
with
seem to
guile.
fucking
They knew
care.
every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
I want a game where you play as those guys. Yeah, I want a game where you.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
I like this. I like that they've given me a shotgun. The Taken are filled with darkness. Yeah, I like that they've given you a shotgun here, because having a pistol is all and good, but you know the gamer brain that I have says, hey, you should use all the ammo in your pistol and only use the shotgun in like dire situations. In a situation like this, where I only have the shotgun, I'm just gonna use the shotgun. Oh shit. That's what I get. That's what happens if you step on a bear trap. Maybe you can disarm them. Again, like Dead by Daylight. They should do it. Alan Wake kill them. They should have the darkness. I don't know how. I don't know how you'd do that. But with Alan Wake 2 coming out, they should do a crossover with DBD. Imagine Alan Wake as a killer. Oh, that'd work. I mean, as a survivor, that'd work perfectly. Oh god, I need to stop talking about Dead by Daylight and concentrate more on the game I'm actually playing. And not my fan fiction DVD Alan Wake crossover. I mean, have to have, you know, a perk to do with flashlights. Is what I was in the middle of saying then. Perk to do with flashlights, perk to do with dodging. And, I don't know. Obviously something to do with a gun, that gives you half guns. Like a... Fucking Jesus, this is not... Alan can't pull his foot out of the thing quick enough, but when he gets hit in the face by a hatchet, he gains a burst of speed and is able to do it. Whoa, that one came awfully close. Their accuracy with those things is awful. I don't think I've ever been hit by one. Oh god. Jesus Christ. They can't hit you when you're in it. Actually, I think they can hit you with a hatchet. I think I remember when I played this as a teen. I think I remember dying in one of these.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Maybe it didn't have a driver. Ooh.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Please!
Maybe run, Wake.
What are you? No! Don't! I'm sorry!
Like maybe go quickly, Wake. Don't fucking slowly walk.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm
Oh,
again
this guy.
for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
Oof. You don't got any words to say about that, Wake? Not got any smarmy fucking remarks?
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to
At
keep
least,
me
you know,
going.
you
It was
realize
never
that
going to
before
release her.
dooming the
I'm
world.
going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story.
Yeah, see.
I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
So everyone that's died in the course of the story is Alan's fault. Yeah. So think of everyone that has died over the course of this game, and it's Alan's fault. So when the FBI guy says he wants to stop him because he's a murderer.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
When the FBI guy says he wants to stop him because he thinks
The front
Wake's
door was locked.
a murderer, he's actually not wrong. He is actually correct. Everyone that dies over the course of this game is entirely Alan Wake's fault. Not entirely, I guess.
I could climb out through the broken window.
Cheers, Wake. Cheers.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Whose house is this? Oh, the flashbang. Just what you want. Wait. Let's go up to this door. I'm guessing the door won't open. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I really like that. I like that he's like, yeah, it's a story. I wrote myself into it. That's the, he took on most of the danger by writing himself in. But it's not real danger. He's not actually gonna die. But like he says, it has to seem like he's always in danger. There has to be a possibility he could die. There's nothing... It is interesting, actually. There's nothing that states in the game that,
For a
like...
moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
Interesting. Yeah, so... the whole like
If Barry wasn't up
Alan
there, he was
being in
probably
trouble
down at
thing.
the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Yeah, the whole like him being in trouble thing's interesting because he's never really in trouble, but it makes you wonder how much agency people have. The implication is that the implication here is that everything that happens in this game is predetermined, right? But that would imply that Alan Wake, by writing the story he wrote, stole everyone's free will. Unless this game is implying that people don't have free will. I think this is one of those cases where you can walk down here or you can take the car.
I could go it on foot, but I'd make better time in a car.
Yeah, okay. Why put a footpath then? If you want people to use the car, why put a footpath? Also, why have Alan say that halfway down the hill? Yeah, I don't actually remember. I think this is something that they might go more into in Control. I think that game has a piece of DLC that's Alan Wake themed. It'll also be very interesting to see Alan Wake 2, how it works. Because from what I remember, this game wraps up. Like, it has not a concrete ending. It has one of those, like, you know, interpretation endings. I think it's one of those, like, oh, do you think Alan's alive or dead? I don't think I ever actually played the DLC for this game, so I don't remember if they... I think one of them is like a direct tie-in, and one of them is something else. I don't really remember. Again, don't remember. I remember seeing what they were about, but I don't think I ever actually ended up buying them by the time they came out. But yeah, the second game presumably is Alan still writing bad shit in a book and it coming true. Which, if that's true, if that's like what the game is, that doesn't sound too appealing. If like his wife's there, and if he's still looking for his wife, like that's cool. But like, unless they planned it, I can see that not being the best. Get the hunting rifle? Yeah, for the hunting rifle today. If it was the pump shotgun, we'll turn this on. It'll be the radio,
well,
right?
As I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give him a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on...
And is that Alan's wife they're talking about?
All safe and warm tonight.
I assume that's Alan's wife, right? I assume that's... I don't remember what his wife's called. He says her name, like, all the time. But I've completely forgotten what her name is. I've got this thing's body caught on the front of the car, but it doesn't matter. Right, so... Oh god. Open world Alan Wake. That was a cool Thunderbolt. I wonder if they'll stick with the manuscript page gimmick, or if they'll like change it up to something else. That was pretty cool. I hope they switch it up a little bit. I would imagine they won't switch it up too much. The manuscript pages is like, you know, it's like this game's shtick. This game's quite old now. You know, other games have like audio logs and stuff. I remember as a kid always liking that it was written like a book. Again, I say as a kid, I was like 16, 17 when this game came out. I wasn't a kid. How can I get up there? There's very clearly something in there that it wants me to... Fuck off. Bugger off. I want to fight you, mostly because it costs me too much ammo to fight you. Never worth it. Yeah, fuck you. We're gonna destroy the bulldozer. Maybe not. It is kind of helping. As incredibly loud. I don't know if it came across how loud that was on the video, but Jesus, that was loud. Look at how slow the battery recharges on this thing. Whee! I guess go over here. That doesn't look like a thing I can get inside. Let's go in here. Oh, there's a page. Yeah, like other games have like audio logs and stuff. I kind of hope if they do, they have it like you pick it up and then the words like appear in the sky. Kind of not in the sky, but like, you know. Maybe.
Hartman had never felt as anxious as
Maybe I
during the
missed
week after Maud had managed to lose the Wakes. Their car stood by the path that had once led to Diver's Isle. Hartman thought about Thomas Aine's cabin in the depths. It was only a matter of time before Wake started writing. They had to be found, and fast. The moment he heard on the police radio that Sheriff Breaker had picked up Wake, he was already in his car driving toward town.
Yeah, see, so he knew about the whole like darkness thing. The thing I want to know is so Alan came here. Oh, that's creepy. That's well creepy. I'm surprised I didn't get an achievement for that. Yeah, I'm really, really surprised I was mentioning that. Yeah, so Hartman like asked him here. I wonder if he asked him here knowing that because he was like troubled, the darkness would like try and use him. Really strange that there's just nothing in this room. Or if it was like the other way around, because that thing said that Hartman was like upset that they couldn't find Alan in the first week when obviously the darkness is taking him. It also proves that he isn't like working with the darkness somehow. Oh, I don't care. Here, have a flashbang. That didn't even hit him. glad I took the hunting rifle. The hunting rifle's so much better than the shotgun. The shotgun, obviously, having that like tiny amount of spread is sometimes nice, but it doesn't very often come up. Is that a firework? It is. I obviously have no way of lighting it. I mean, it already told me what's gonna happen here,
I'd known
right?
the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Yeah.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
God damn.
Yeah, I remember this. This is so cool.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson. Shut up and shoot!
Look at that heavy-duty lantern as like a...
Al! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stocked! Al, hold on! I'll try to get stage.
This is so cool. Honestly, this is part of what makes this game so good, as think of how long you spend in this game. You've watched me in this game being weak, and they're like, oh, you know what, you're pretty close to the, not the end, but we're definitely way past the halfway point. And obviously, the last few are gonna be fairly serious, so they're like, oh, fuck it, here, just have a load of stuff and go crazy. It's like, fuck it, have a load of stuff, go crazy. I hate how long that stuns you for.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson. Shut up and shoot!
He says he can use the fireworks. I think he never does. This bit's just cool. Spend so long in this game being absolutely terrified of things just hunting you in the woods, and then you get to just spend a section shooting people. While rock music plays in the background. They basically give you... The fact that this light... Oh, it does heal you. That was cool. They give you loads of shotgun ammo, but I dodged. Maybe I do use shotgun. Okay, just shotgun. not. It doesn't have like the
Although if I buy it, this is pretty much how I always wanted to go out.
It just kind of sucks at anything that isn't point blank range. Yes, and you stand in the light, it heals you. A lot of them. Okay, let's drop another one. Boom. That exploding is just so extra and unneeded.
That was awesome! Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Okay, that's a bit cheap. I just got an achievement for doing that without dropping low on health, which, you know, I mean, isn't what happened. Let's not even pretend that I did that without dropping low on health. This was where the page was. Wait, no. Huh, the page I saw was like...
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think riders were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one struck him as idiotic.
It's a bit
Certainly
harsh.
not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
I wonder if I missed those two pages or if I'm about to pick them up. There was one like on top of a thing. I saw on top of a hay bale. I saw it from up there, remember? I think it's on the other side of this. Come on, Barry, let's go. You did good. You know, if I had to fetch quest anyone in this game, it'd be you, Barry. I'd be happy.
See,
there's the cup
bestseller,
of
no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as
Fuck's
new,
sake.
right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Fuck's sake, Barry.
That's been my biggest worry all this time.
It must be here, right? This must be where I saw it. From up there. Am I going crazy? It was like up there, and then I looked down. Yeah, no, I must have already walked past it. I don't know. I distinctly remember being up at the top and looking down and seeing one. Like on the foot.
Need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
I have no idea. There, follow it around. Yeah, I got no idea. Maybe I did pick it up. Maybe it was on top of something, and I didn't realize what or something. I don't really know.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Oh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and serious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler?
They really went all out with this Viking
Thought so.
crap, didn't they?
Multi-layer.
Look at all this stuff.
This
They
is
must
cool.
have done okay for themselves. So how come I never heard of these guys before?
You into like heavy rock metal? That would probably explain it. Wait, did I switch back to the hunting? I don't remember switching back to the hunting rifle. I mean, I obviously did, but I have it in my hand. It didn't just switch itself. Yeah, let's watch an episode of Night Springs.
We all spend a third of our dreams in its soft embrace, somewhere between fantasy and
Hey,
oblivion.
remember when I got you that gig?
But
Your
dreams
first
are
real
way
writing
closer
job. What got you
themselves
started?
in life,
Was this one of your
or vice
episodes?
versa. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
Is he gonna give commentary on the entire thing?
The endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys. And they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat... Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wake.
Spooky.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm.
Before I was born.
Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake.
Huh.
The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
The thing I question is with all these other people, they
The
made...
Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Why'd you say that, Wake? Why did you say that? Almost like a battering ram, so I used it like a battering ram. I thought it was gonna be I'm gonna have to fight it and it's gonna come flying at me. Yeah, all the others did work. They did stuff, right? So if that's the case, why didn't the darkness work then? I'm pretty sure they explain it for like Thomas Zane. It'd be cool if some of these guns had muzzle flash and you could use that to like damage them. Yeah, having this pajama for the hunting rifle feels good. We're getting really close to the end of this episode of the game, so may as well. It takes all the ammo off between episodes anyway.
Picking up the rocks is hard work.
Oh, you're a teleporter. I just slowly walk backwards though. Oh no, that doesn't work. Where the fuck did Barry go?
Think we can make it through here, Al?
Yeah, Barry, I'm kind of busy dealing with the smoke monsters that keep attacking us. That, you know, like, you can see, you know exist. Wait, is that a page? Or is that just a weird lighting effect? I think that's just a weird lighting effect. For a game that, like, prides itself on its light and darkness mechanics, sometimes random things just give up. Fuck you all. Oh, that was close. I think in a situation like that, you actually give up, by dropping it on the floor, I think you give up some of the healing. In the interest of not sitting here forever. How the fuck did you get through there, Barry? Like, how? Genuinely, I'm confused as to how Barry got through here when I couldn't. There's the moonshine shine still. How long have they been in that?
Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single. Be careful, Al!
It's not a bad idea, Barry. Exploit the mentally ill. Let's, Whoa, what the fuck? How did you miss that? God. That's
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
You have 3 guns, Alan. Just give him one of them. Jesus Christ. There was a flashlight out there as well he could have taken. Fuck is making that noise? Oh, there's something above me. Is it something above me? Oh, it is. There's a radio up there. Just in case you missed the heavy-duty flashlight. There's a heavy-duty flashlight.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through.
That apparently is the last of the radio
Not
talk
the
shows.
only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I'm just saying we got, you know, other irons to fry.
That's
And
not a
how would you
saying.
compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's all sorts of trouble this year.
A lot of people have gone
Fighting,
missing.
public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Usual stuff, Pat. Just, you know, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who
True is mostly men, actually, in this game. You know, it's a very video game thing.
At least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat.
I feel like you don't get
I could
much
see the building that had to be the
out
Andersons'
of
home
these.
on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
He's not wrong, I guess. You don't have to kick that way. You could just use your hand. Like, it's a good way to injure your foot. Oh yeah, 3 flares. It's always good when they give you a little light-based weaponry. Definitely doesn't always mean that something is about to appear and fuck me up.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, it's a combine harvester. Again. This is a recycled boss fight against a combine harvester. Oh, I didn't even realize there was an enemy. Glad I dropped that flare now. I should have been looking out, because I was about to say, without any enemies, this won't be that bad. Well, I'm guessing that hitting me kills me. Do I have a shot of a flare? No. Did I ever have a shot of a flare? I did have a flare gun at one point, right? Where'd it go? Oh, the crash. They never gave me a flare gun after the crash. Makes sense. A flare gun would have like trivialized the section at the stage. Is that true? Are there 65 billion cows and pigs? I don't think that's true. I think that's a made-up statistic. It's probably true. Is it? No, that can't be true. That can't be... maybe it is. I should... Do I think there are more cows and pigs in the world than there are people? Interesting thought. I'm missing 2 pages. Probably one in here. There isn't. That genuinely surprises me. Why would this exist? Why would there be a ladder up to the roof of this thing and then just a sheer drop down? Like in terms of gameplay, that makes sense that it's laid out like that, but like, why would anyone design, not design necessarily, but like have that as part of their farm? Just checking everywhere, make sure there's nothing I'm missing. Pick up a silo key. Lights flashing. God, that's annoying. Doesn't even like add to the ambiance or anything.
Al?
Just irritating.
Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me. Hang on.
That's a big padlock.
Hey, let's go, man.
Why did I have to open this for him? Why couldn't he just do this himself? Also, it's very funny that that door's now locked again. So you can't go through it and like...
We're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy. Ah! Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Good one, Al. So I couldn't have said that in more of a deadpan way. We should feel right at home then.
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this thing.
There's a thing over there, but it's not got anything in it. Be able to see it. That's one thing I do like about the pages. In a big open space like this, you're able to see them from miles away. I like Barry. The chainsaw stuck into a tree. Old gods know the truth. Get into the Anderson house. The fact that it said Wake was asleep is weirding me out. There has to be something back here, right? Apparently there doesn't. Apparently there does not have to be something. Yeah, there's something to be said for making your world slightly bigger than it has to be. Like, this house not just like having a tiny garden. This is meant to be a big farm, so makes sense that they have like a bit of garden out the back.
The lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
Someone's having some nice coffee on the toilet. This will be at Night Springs. Oh. Check the fuse box. Playing some Phasmo. Get out the way, Barry. Swear to God. Is this game gonna be annoying? Another coffee thermos? I wonder why coffee thermoses were the thing they chose to have as a collectible. I wonder if it's just because like it's something that it would make sense for there to be kind of everywhere.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Yeah, he's got a point.
Yeah, I don't think they keep too close an eye on them at the clinic. They seem to slip away a lot so they can get wasted.
No kidding. Those guys sound awesome.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin.
I remember doing that.
Flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Oh. So he wrote into the story that he worked out what happened in that week that was missing. That's neat.
Come on, Al, let's get the lights on, huh? Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Why did he set it up like this?
Lady of the Light? That's gotta be what's her face?
Yeah, the crazy lady we met at the start.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
I like that Al remembers her name. Get out the way, Barry.
The record's probably just a little dusty, Al. Give it a little thump. I want to hear this song.
What? What are you talking about? Oh, this record player. I assume that's the end. Oh, it's a direct message to Wake.
Okay. We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry. This is... Yeah, what the hell?
This seems like a terrible idea.
Seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? Even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What?
Why would you do
What
this?
do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be
The booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna
I like
make
they're
it
just
okay.
listening to the song on repeat. I'm guessing this is the perspective of the FBI dude. His eyes are open. Does he sleep with his eyes open? Oh no, he's actually looking at the... Oh, this is the out-body experience they were talking about. Oh, it's actually gonna give me control. Oh, this is the out-body experience part it's talking about.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine.
Oh yeah, I
was
guess they
there,
did say
an
that the...
out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice
They
and
did
I
say
had
the
arrived at
moonshine
Bright Falls,
had
the night Alice had
special
disappeared.
powers, right?
I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off. I remembered thinking,
And then you
I
jumped
caught
in.
a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Beyond this lost memory, there was nothing. I had to follow the footsteps of my past self to find out what had happened that night. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript.
Find out what happened to you.
I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Well, I have to actually go over, or am I actually like an out-of-body observer? Could I have just stayed up there? It looks like I could have probably just stayed up there.
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
There's no like pop-ups.
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
This is creepy.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
I mean, I assume this is Alex
She must
Zane's
be here
wife.
somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is.
Oh, his
You
face
can
went...
apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Yeah, because he mentioned something about like wearing her
Alice?
face.
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right.
This is
You
fucked up.
killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things.
Like a terrifying
She wanted
face.
you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
Is that
She
technically
had
true?
Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her.
Yes. All right.
Why doesn't
I'll
he
fix it.
remember this?
I'll bring her back.
I guess he...
No. I wrote it.
I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobwebs she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
Why is he in a diving suit?
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape.
I say it's weird they don't make you like play through the escape section, but I guess it makes sense.
The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense that it cuts to black as you go into the lake and then you
It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
That makes sense. I wonder if they'll explore the Zane thing more in I'll Make 2. Actually, I think they might explore it more in The Signal, which is the first of this game's DLCs.
I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault and you're gonna pay for it.
Dun dun dun. I don't know who James Joyce is. I mean, he's obviously a writer. End of episode 4.
With mystery of Tom the poet and his muse, and a magic lake which gave a light to the words the poet used.
Wait, is this an original song?
Now the muse she was his happiness, and he rhymed about her grace, and told the stories of treasures.
I think this is an original song about the plot of the game.
Till in the stillness of wonder, and still in its misty crown.
Well, if this is an original song, I'm still adding it to my music playlist. Oh, it is. It's the. That's cool. That's really cool that it has other lyrics.
The poet came down to the lake to call out to his dear. When there was no answer, he was overcome with fear.
Usually I skip this, but we're gonna listen to this song because, like, this is cool. This is really cool. I wonder how long it is.
When he swore to bring back his love by stories he'd create, nightmares shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake. And now to see your love set free,
This is really cool.
you will need the witch's cabin key. Find the lady
You know,
of the light still raving in the night. That's how you
Remedy make weird shit. Like, I don't like Quantum Break. I tried a little bit of it and it didn't really click. But the stuff they make is just cool.
He took her in without a word, for he saw his great mistake. the boat to silence deep beneath the lake. Now if it's real or just a dream, one mystery remains. For it is said on moonless nights they may still haunt this place.
That's so cool. I really hope that's on Spotify. It's not even a bad song, like... I wonder how long this is. Oh yeah, this song sounds like it could have been in Heroes. That's how you reshape destiny. God, that's sick. That's so sick. I mean, I'm pretty sure the other songs must have had something to do with the episodes.
Previously on Alan Wake, under the influence of the Dark Presence, I wrote a horror story that is coming true.
Yeah, good job, Alan. That dam? That's a big dam. I don't remember there being a dam in this game. I mean, there obviously is. I don't remember there being one. That was cool. That was really, really cool. I forgot how good that episode is. Episode 5, The Clicker. Yeah, I completely forgot how good that episode was. In my memory, the only part of that episode I remembered was the bit in the asylum at the beginning. And that I think I thought that the bit with the farm was in the next episode. I actually don't remember what the next one is. I remember what the last one is. Because the last one is obviously, I think there's 6 episodes. I remember what the last one is. The last one's like, you know, obviously all the like what's happening and like saving shit, doing stuff. I don't remember episode 5 in the slightest. Obviously you get arrested. And stuff. Yeah, I don't really remember. Yeah, the ending of this game doesn't really come to me. I could perfectly remember the start when I started playing. I could like remember that bit, like remember the bit with the. I think the next one's actually quite free roamy, and I think I remember not liking it too much. But I guess we'll see. I think it's one of those where you have to like drive to a place, and you get like a massive part of Night Springs. I don't remember what this town's called. I think it's Night Springs. Or Night Falls, or whatever it's called. It is Night Falls, isn't it? Because yeah, it's Welcome to Night Falls, which is meant to be the joke. If I remember right, you can make you're coming to this dam from the center of the town, and you have, I think you have as long as you want, but I think there's an achievement for doing it in under half an hour. For like driving there quickly. But obviously, you know, you're gonna stop along the way to pick up manuscript pages and stuff. There's like the game. But yeah, if I'm right, episode 5 is quite like free roamy. I could be remembering completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. You basically spend the start doing stuff to do with the fact you've been arrested, and you do a bit of stuff to do with that, and then you have to like drive from the center of town to where you want to get to. But yeah, thanks for watching again, I guess. Today's episode will be a little bit shorter than last time, I think, but maybe only a little bit. If not, it might actually be longer. I can't remember. Let's see actually how we did on manuscripts. I think I only missed one. It's not in here. It is in here. It's in playback for some weird reason. Yeah, that was the last radio episode. Manuscript. See how many there are. Yeah. There's less than I thought there'd be. Maybe it's not. that episode. Maybe it's episode 6. It's like free roam me. I think we only missed one. Yeah, we missed this last one. Did pretty good compared to the ransom, where we missed 2. I know we missed 1 in the ransom as well. Did I miss any in Taken? Didn't. I didn't miss any in episode 1 either. Yeah. I missed 2 pages so far. That's pretty good. Honestly. I don't know how I managed to miss 1 in that one, but we'll live with it. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining. There's Coconut. I wonder who it's thingied by. Old gods of Adgard, children of the elder god. Oh wait. Huh. Yeah. I wonder if that's cool. Oh, I suppose yeah, there is this Children of the Elder God song that plays. I didn't realize that was an original song. It sounds a lot like an Ozzy Osbourne song, so I wondered if it actually was, but it's not. Huh, that's cool. Anyway, yeah, thank you for joining, and I will see you next time, where it'll be the penultimate episode next time of Alan Wake. And then we'll get closer. I say the penultimate episode, I'll probably play at least The Signal. Maybe The Writer. I don't remember how long they are, or if they're even that good. But I'll check beforehand and let everyone know. Anyway, thank you for watching, and goodbye.